Good morning, children. Welcome back. The topic that we are going to deal today is the speech writing that comes under directed writing. So today I'm not going to write anything on the board because I send you everything in your offline class. So I'll just explain you what speech writing is all about. So what is a speech writing? A speech is a communicative form of expression of one's ideas. You need to express your ideas, thoughts on a specific topic. You'll be given a topic, okay, while you are giving speech, okay, while you all are delivering speech, you'll get to talk on certain topics. So the topic will be given to you and then you'll have to talk on that topic. The main difference between speech writing and essay writing is speech is something that you say to the audience, isn't it? You don't write. But essay is something that you write and it's been read by the readers. Okay, that's the main difference between speech writing and the essay writing. Okay, so a speech is a communicative, the way of interacting with the audience, okay, of expressing one's ideas, thoughts on specific topics, a formal address. You're addressing in a formal manner, not in an informal manner or in a casual manner, in a formal manner. So you're addressing the audience, isn't it? It can also be called an opinion-based essay. You are giving your opinion, so your thoughts about that particular topic that you get to talk about. You'll have to express your opinions, okay? Now, unlike your report writing or unlike your article writing, where you're not supposed to give your opinion, isn't it? It should be fact-based, it should be factual, and you're not supposed to give your opinions unless asked for. But over here in speech writing, you're supposed to give your opinion. So it is an opinion-based essay, okay? Now the format is you'll have to write the opening, like respected, supposing you're addressing an audience in the school, okay? Then you'll have to greet them initially, isn't it? So you say, respected principal sir and my dear friends and all that, isn't it? That is greeting. So there has to be an opening line or an introduction, and then that means to address the audience with greetings. You introduce yourself that I am so and so and I'm talking on this topic, isn't it? I'm speaking on this topic. I'm delivering my speech on this particular topic, okay? So initially you will address the audience with greetings, isn't it? And secondly, you'll introduce yourself and the occasion and the topic that you're given to talk to, isn't it? The topic that you're speaking about, okay? And after that you talk about that topic, and then finally that is only the format, okay? And finally you have to close the topic, the closing or the conclusion. Finally you conclude the topic by thanking the audience, okay? Now key points for a good speech is your language should be interactive, okay? It should be formal and very, very interactive, okay? Use of direct language, meaning you'll have to use direct language, like you can start from like lines like, today we have to wake up before it's too late, okay? Lines like that, okay? Not exactly these lines, but we have to wake up before it's too late, okay? You can use direct language, okay? And then secondly, that's the second point. First one is you have to interact with the audience, and secondly you'll have to use the direct language sentences starting from like today or wake up before it's too late, okay? The beginning sentence can be like that, okay? Not exactly the same sentences. I'm just giving you an example. And secondly, third one is the rhetorical questions. You can ask questions also, like to make a dramatic effect. Okay, rather than seeking answers, you don't have to seek answers for the questions that you ask. Rhetoric, just to give a dramatic effect. Okay, just to give a dramatic effect, you ask rhetoric questions, like supposing if you are talking about women empowerment, then you can say like, how many of you think that women are equal to men? Okay, you don't have to seek answers for that. These are all rhetorical questions for which you don't seek answers. Okay, you are just doing that to get a dramatic effect, and a dramatic effect or a response from the audience, in order to get a response from the audience, not exactly the answers. Okay, okay, and then if you are talking about cleanliness, then you all can ask questions like, do you throw wrappers lying on the streets in the dustbin, or something like that, if you are talking about cleanliness. Okay, and then supposing if you are invited for giving a speech on International Yoga Day or something, you can ask, how many of you wake up early in the morning and exercise? Questions like this, for which you don't seek answers. Okay, just for dramatic effect, you ask such questions, rhetorical questions. Okay, number 4 is emotive language, meaning to evoke an emotion. Supposing you're talking on sensitive issues like crimes against women. Okay, supposing if you are talking about crimes against women, or speaking about the sensitive issues, then you'll have to, in order to create that effect, in order to evoke that emotions, you'll have to kind of feel sympathy towards women, isn't it? Your speech should be such that you should feel sympathy for women. Okay, if you are talking about crime against women or women empowerment, you should like tend towards your speech should be such that you have that kind of tilt towards feminism or something like that. Okay, and please avoid all the negative statements. Okay, please don't give any kind of negative statements. Okay, that needs to be avoided. Anything negative should be avoided. Supposing you are talking about women empowerment, then you can't give your misogynistic views about women, that women are not trustworthy and all that. Okay, how can a woman be equal to men? You have to give your opinions, but it should be in favor of women if you are talking about crime against women, or if you are talking about women empowerment. Okay, you can't give negative views. Okay, and the 5th thing is be polite. Okay, be very, very polite while delivering your speech. You can't be rude and blunt. Okay, be humble and polite. Even if you are giving a warning regarding certain issues, even if you are giving warning regarding certain issues to the audience, you have to be very, very polite and humble. Okay. And the 6th point is direct suggestions. If you have any suggestions, you can suggest them. Okay, and then use of present tense. Previously in your SOP, also in your personal profile, also you used passive voice, isn't it? You used passive voice, but here you'll have to use simple present tense or present continuous tense. Okay, and use of modal auxiliaries like words like should, must, ought to, need to. You'll have to use such words. For example, we need to take pledge and go for a better future. Okay, the words like we need to, we should, we must, you have to use words like that, like we must do something for a better future for our coming generation, etc., etc. Should, must, ought to, we ought to be careful. Okay, so we use modal auxiliaries like must, should, ought, etc. Okay, and the second thing, and the next point is use a pronouns like I, we, and you. You and I together can make this place, make this world a better place. Okay, like that. So pronouns like I, you, I, we, and you. Okay, example like together you and I can make a better world. Okay, we can make a better and crime-free place for our girls, etc., etc. If you are talking about women empowerment, if you are talking about feminism, or if you are talking about crime against women. Okay, and then hypothetical, and the next point is hypothetical situations based on facts should be placed. Okay, if you are talking about hypothetical situations, hypothetical means if you are assuming something that will happen in the near future. Okay, that is not based on facts, but you are assuming something that thing is going to happen in near future. Okay, so that is known as hypothesis or hypothetical situations. So it has to be based on facts, it can't be baseless. Okay, like for example, you all can write, think of the day when we are left with no water. If you are talking about water crisis, then you all can use hypothetical lines like, think about the day when we are without water. Okay, that thing hasn't happened in reality, but you are assuming that is going to happen in the near future. These are known as hypothetical situations. So but it has to be fact based. You can't say baseless things. Okay, and if you are talking about crime against women, then you have to use lines like, think about the day when India is left without any girl child. Okay, these are hypothetical situations or hypothetical lines, isn't it? You're just assuming if there are lots of female infanticides and all that, then a situation will come, a day will come when India will be left without any girl child. If you are talking about crime against women, you can use these kind of lines. Okay, and then number 11 is you'll have to use the correct use of, you'll have to use correct language and the right punctuation. Okay, and in hypothetical situations, you all can also write, think about the day when our girl child is so scared to step out of the house. If you are talking about rapes and crimes against women, if you are delivering your speech on crimes against women, isn't it, or against rapes or something like that, then you can use such lines. And initially only I told you all that avoid spreading negativity. Okay, you'll have to say only the positive points. If you are talking about women empowerment, and if you say misogynistic things like women are not trustworthy, okay, how can women be equal to men? They are inferiorly biologically also they are inferiorly built and all that. You can't give such negative statements. Okay, and then most important thing is correct use of language and punctuation. Okay, and then say children, while writing your speech, you have to give relevant points. Okay, your thought process should be clear initially while writing in your speech writing. Okay, the points has to be relevant. Okay, and your thought process, whatever you are saying, it should be clear. Okay, it should be clear, and you should be able to convey the message properly. Okay, your ideas can't be distorted. Okay, you can't be confused with your own ideas while delivering your speeches. Okay, and lastly with this, now I end my class here. Okay, and I will send you all the key points. In the next class I'll be sending you the format also as well. Thank you.